For more than 100 years, people have come to Colorado Chautauqua to spend some peaceful time with nature and to learn. But when they arrive at their cottages now, they are giving back to the natural world by learning how to live green.
Well, my actual title is Facilities and Preservation Manager, but they call me the Green Guy.
In 2006, Colorado Chautauqua became a National Historic Landmark. Just 2 years later, the Colorado Chautauqua Association committed to making this place the country's greenest National Historic Landmark. Jeff Mednick is in charge of the future and the past.
We never lose sight of the idea that we have been here for 112 years, and preservation comes first.
To make a cottage green, you have to go down to the studs. Workers replaced the 1960s windows that had no historic value or energy efficiency. Tyvek paper goes on the inside of the building because historic preservation dictates that the outside stay unchanged. The crawl space becomes key to keeping the cottage dry and efficient, with a tankless water heater, a vapor barrier on the ground, insulated walls, and a high-efficiency furnace.
We've included it as part of the house. Before it was ventilated and there was air moving in and out as well as moisture. Now it's part of the building.
This project is getting national attention because right next to a cottage under rehabilitation stands its twin, a cottage that has already been completed. Colorado Chautauqua has become a living laboratory for the building sciences, where builders can compare the results of alternative sustainable and energy-conserving techniques used in one cottage and not in the next. But both cottages retain their historic integrity. As in any experiment, Colorado Chautauqua quantifies the results. Today, energy auditor Ron Flax sets up a blower test to see how much air is leaking out of the rehabilitated cottage.
So we've reduced the air leakage in this house by 50%.
Some of the items in the rehabilitated cottage were headed to the landfill and found new life here. It is a comfortable and cozy place, but a nearly silent bathroom fan makes sure that air continues to circulate to keep the cottage dry.
To make buildings tight, they have to be able to breathe. I don't want to be the guy who rotted Chautauqua because we made the buildings too tight.
Now, people who stay here can sleep in greater comfort, knowing that they're supporting a place that bridges historic preservation and new energy. For Jeff Mednick, there can be no higher compliment for his work than this.
And when somebody comes by and says, "Boy, it doesn't look like you did anything," that's successful. That means that we did a good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Susan Connolly, Executive Director, and Jeff Mednick, Facilities and Preservation Manager from the Colorado Chautauqua Association, recipient of the 2011 State Honor Award from Colorado Preservation, Inc.